Oh, that's all ants. All that movement you see? It's all ants. It's crazy. Like, oh my gosh. Somebody is in a very playful mood. This one is like, no, not doing that. Not about that lifestyle. They are 13 years apart in age, for anybody who's curious. And the last plane of the day is Charlotte to Myrtle Beach, American Airlines. Guys, I'm reporting to you from my very messy desk. It is October 15th, therefore Vlogtober day 15. We're going to do my mystical morning. I'm going to clean my desk tomorrow. Thursday's the day that I do that, and honestly, I can't wait. So my cards yesterday, where did I put or have them written? Basically the one that stood out the most to me was the 4 of challenges for health, because it was basically like, you need to take it easy, you need to relax today. And that was the day of the week during Vlogtober that I'm not filming a video. Yes, I did edit videos, I advertised videos, I replied to people, that kind of thing, but I wasn't filming, I wasn't vlogging all day, so it wasn't as much like it wasn't as long as a day if I had been vlogging in a day, because then past 9 o'clock at night I'm up editing the vlogs and all that. So it's like, listen to your body, take it easy today. So the worst things health-wise yesterday were just getting mosquito bites. When do they leave? I do not know. Hopefully soon. We will be reading outside again tonight, but tonight I do think I'm gonna put on bug spray, or maybe just spray it around, because sometimes, like when I was working in the garage, which yeah, I still have a whole other box of books that I need to go through in there, now that I think about it. That's not going to happen today or this week, but I don't want to say this week, it might, you never know, but it's not going to happen today. I would spray the bug spray in the area that I would be working in, so like, you know, the mosquitoes, they don't want to mess with that. But let's see what our cards are going to tell us today. Okay, what do I need to know about my feelings today? We're gonna use this card right here. Okay, what do I need to know about my health today? Acid reflux has been very slight today. It has been bugging me kind of, but there's the health card. What do I need to know about my thoughts today? We have this card. So let me move the deck aside so it doesn't get all confusing. So for our feelings, what do we need to know? We have the Keeper of Spells. That is the King of Spells. I don't know if I've ever drawn this card. He looks like, you know, like all these, this is the Force of Enchantment. They all look so like fantastical, of things you would see in high fantasy. But he's doing some kind of like fire magic, it looks like. And yeah, there is a dragon. How do I do this? Oh dear. A dragon in there. So dragon fire. Are we gonna be fiery today? Let me look. I don't know if I said what it translates to. I feel like I might have said it wrong, but it's the King of Wands in a traditional tarot deck. So what this card means is natural born leader, vision, entrepreneur, and honor. So also one of the cards that I drew yesterday was the Six of Spells reversed. Or maybe it was the Five of Visions reversed, but basically it meant feeling unseen. Feeling, one of them, going back to the health, was like being stagnant. And I think that I told y'all I was going to reach out to publishing houses trying to be a part of their social media programs. So I didn't hear anything back yesterday, and I think that really falls into feeling like I wasn't being seen. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not, that's not something I'm beating myself up over, because one, the thought card was about moving on and like not, you know, letting it bear you down. And that's just how I look at life anyway, because if something doesn't happen, and again, it hasn't even been that long, so it might still happen, but if something doesn't happen, it just wasn't meant to happen. That's not what was supposed to happen to me. So I'm somebody who that doesn't, it doesn't upset me or anything, but this, with the entrepreneur tag for this card, that kind of has me thinking, like, I'm still like, that has kind of been the mindset this week of trying to get out there in the publishing world, trying to, I guess, become more legit with my reviews. I don't know if that's exactly how I view it, but it seems like we're gonna have leadership skills today. We have a vision for what we want to do today, and I will, after I do this clip, talk about the plans for the day. And honor, it's always good to have some honor to you. Next, this is the card for health. We have the 9 of challenges reversed. We did get this one fairly recently. So we have our person who is, they are hiding, they are scared. Then we have this very creepy tree being over here. I'm gonna flip it just so y'all can see him like that. We had the moon that is out, but our person, we are hiding, we are scared. And I know I've drawn this card recently. So what, the 9, was it the 9? The 9 of challenges. 9 of challenges reversed means, let me hold it, and that is the 9 of swords to let y'all know. Inner turmoil, deep-seated fears, secrets, and releasing worry. So, you know, there's always that worry that things are going to go wrong. Especially, like, as I've told y'all before, I can be a hypochondriac. It is something that I do think I am recovering from, that I'm not as bad as I once was with that, but it's still there. Sometimes it does rise to the surface, so I do think we might be a little anxious today. And what was the other, releasing worry? But yes, we're also releasing it. We're getting it out. We're getting it out of our system, so that's a good thing. Now, our card for our thoughts is the Tower, or the Folly. This translates to the Tower. We had the Tower that is breaking, and let's see exactly what this means. It means sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, and awakening. So if we go back to our main, like, our feelings today: natural born leader, vision, entrepreneur, and honor. Your feelings and your thoughts really tie in with each other. Your feeling is your heart, your thoughts are your head, and sometimes it's knowing something and then having an idea and then how it actually goes. I'm still trying to learn the difference between feelings and thoughts. That's something I have been researching this week. But so if we go to the natural born leader, vision, entrepreneur, honor, but there's going to be sudden change, upheaval, and chaos, and revelation, and awakening. So with all of that happening, we need to, you know, be a leader. We need to be strong. We need to have a vision of how we are going to get through that change, that chaos. We need to be honorable while we're doing it. So that is how I think those cards play together. But these, let me get them all here in the right order. These were the cards that we drew today, and what are my plans? So after I film this clip, I am going to type up the cards I did draw today, and then I am going to film the ASMR video. It's going to be like a magazine catalog flip through that I'm going to do. Also, I need to get the vacuum because he finished his thing, because I have to do them in closed rooms because the dog Penny, she's scared of it, so I can't have it where she is. So I need to move it to where it needs to go next. Jaws is the name of the vacuum. And that is all until we read at 3 o'clock. So I didn't get to read outside tonight. The clip y'all just saw was during the 3 o'clock hour, but I went outside to read tonight. Put on bug spray and everything. Well, one, too late because I was like, I got bit on my ankle and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about the bug spray. So I went and got the bug spray and then I got bit on here and it was just so itchy I had to go in. So I did just do this reading sprint or whatever inside, but in total today I read 55 pages. We are now at like part four, and it is like a flashback to the 1960s. We're getting back to the magical stuff, the occult stuff that I think is the best part of this book, that I find the most interesting because it's just new and fresh. Because when we did have that section when we were back in Buenos Aires, like in the mid to late 1980s, that brought nothing new to the table. It was day-to-day life. If you like Stranger Things, you'll like that, like, because the kids are, you know, exploring, questioning things that their parents might be up to, but it was still just mundane because it brought nothing new to the table. We're seeing these kids going about their lives in Buenos Aires in the 1980s. So it was just like it could be set anywhere except we're seeing the kind of collapse of a dictatorship, I guess, and the aftermath of that where the military is not in control and not the power anymore. You do get some of that, but it wasn't really a huge part of it. It was just seeing these kids' day-to-day lives in Buenos Aires. So now we are in a flashback to the 1960s, and it was kind of confusing at first because we would just go and get this backstory, this whole backstory going back, you know, to like 1919. And I was like, whoa, how's this connected? And at first I was kind of confused by whose point of view this was at because there was no dialogue. It's just somebody looking back kind of at their life and telling their story. And it didn't say who that was, but with enough context clues, I'm like, oh, okay, this is this character giving their backstory. So this book does get confusing at times, and I am reading physically. It's not even like I'm reading an audio and, you know, might miss something in passing. No, I'm reading this physically, and it does get confusing. The writing style, I mean, it could fall in translation as well because this is translated. I didn't realize, well, I knew it was Hispanic Heritage Month, but I never put the two and two together. Be like, this is a book by an Argentinian author, and it is translated from Spanish. So, you know, kind of fitting. It wasn't intentional. This just happened to be one of the most popular horror books on my TBR, or one of the highest rated horror books on my TBR, according to Goodreads, and that's why I picked it up. But that is what is going on in there. It's given 3-star vibes. It's really on the same level with The Reformatory. It's not the best book I've ever read, but it's not bad either. There's just a few flaws here and there. I read 28 pages in here, getting me to, I think it was 60 or something %. So I might have an update. Well, I will have an update in the next few days on what I'm thinking of The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. So far, 3-star vibes. Everything is given 3-star at the moment. That's not fun. But, I mean, it's good, but it's not great, if you get what I'm saying. But I'm going to be ending the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it all the way through, leave a pumpkin emoji in the comments below. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!